Welcome back to another episode of the Path to Better A1C podcast, where we talk about simple, realistic ways to support your blood sugar, your energy, and your overall health without extreme restrictions, without the guilt, without having to overhaul your entire life. I am your host, Coach Jenny Pena, and I'm a national board certified health and wellness coach, diabetes prevention program lifestyle coach. And oh, wow, today, it is a special one. We are closing out 2025 together. Fearless was the word of the year for me for 2025. And I decided to face all of my fears and just jump to things. And this was the first thing that I was petrified of doing. And yet I did it anyway. And I thank you for all your support throughout the entire year. I wanted this episode to feel a bit different. Like you're probably enjoying the holidays. If you're still enjoying family time, maybe you're feeling guilty about everything that you ate. I mean, we have all different emotions. Could be that you're missing family members that are no longer around. A lot of different things. But I wanted to bring not just a list of episodes, not even a recap of the titles, but I decided to go back and look at everything throughout this year and summarize the biggest lessons that we learned together. All these things that came up over and over again, whether it's in my coaching sessions, in your messages, things that you shared as wins, or maybe things that you shared as struggles. Today, we're going to get the cliff notes of the year, the real takeaways that matter, and then we're going to look ahead at the beautiful, powerful things that are coming in 2026. And I promise it's going to be a good year. Now, here are the 7 major lessons. I'm not saying that these are absolutes, but these are major lessons that when I look back at my episodes and my notes and everything for 2025, these are the major lessons. So, lesson number one, cravings are not about willpower. If there's one thing I will always say is this: cravings are not a willpower issue. You're not weak, you're not broken, you're not bad at discipline. Cravings are a lot of biology. They're blood sugar dips, they're hormonal shifts, they're dopamine patterns, skipped meals, stress, gut health, all of it. And the way we fix these cravings is with stability, not restriction, and interpreting them not necessarily as something that you need to eliminate, but to listen to what your body is actually trying to tell you. Once you support your body, the cravings get quieter. It's not about fighting them, it's about understanding them. Okay? Lesson number two, stress is a blood sugar issue. One of the biggest lessons this year was understanding how deeply stress can impact blood sugar. Cortisol goes up, glucose goes up, cravings go up. It all connects. And stress eating is not a weakness, it's your body seeking that safety. It's a mechanism to, again, survive. So this year, raise the fact that blood sugar is not just about food and exercise, but that stress can impact how you're managing it and how it impacts your insulin resistance. So, managing stress is managing your blood sugar. And those tiny things, those breathing breaks that I keep telling you to take, establishing your boundaries, moments of rest, they matter. And I want you to embrace that. Now, lesson number three, balance plates are simpler than you think. We said this over and over again this year. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet. You just need simple shifts. It's all about balance. And here's the formula. Instead of BFF, I have shared it many times, it's PFF: protein, fiber, and fat. That's the formula. It's not about having perfect meals all the time. It's not about jumping on keto. It's not about becoming a carnivore. It's not about cutting everything out. or becoming a vegetarian or anything like that. It's about creating balance, doable meals that your whole family can eat, and the magic. Consistency beats extremes every single time. Lesson 4. Routines are above motivation. I know you're going to be like, wait, what? Isn't it about the why? And I know I talk a lot about it. That's how I start my programs when I'm coaching clients. I dig into why is this important? But I'm telling you, if you get to develop a routine, it will trump motivation each and every time. And I know we get excited in January, right? Like it's a new year, a new routine, new planners, new everything. It's like you feel like the past is gone and now you have a new leaf, a new hope in life. But what I taught you all year long is that motivation can be a bit flaky. Sometimes you cannot rely on motivation alone. It's loud at first, right? We're all motivated in January to do all the things, but it disappears quite quickly. So your blood sugar responds to rhythms. It's all about finding that rhythm that works for you. Having those morning anchors, like things that you are doing and that you do consistently. Evening wind downs, hydration, movement after meals, sleep. So blood sugar is a rhythm. It's not a moment. So you have to find that rhythm that you're not creating those peaks and valleys, right? You don't want to create those highs and lows. You want your blood sugar stable. And to get that, you need to find that rhythm that works, that set of habits that work and support your body. Now, lesson number 5. Gut health is a hidden blood sugar key. And I know that this year in different episodes, I got to cover a lot about the fiber gap, about soluble fiber, about gut bacteria. We even talked about GLP-1s. And I said this a lot, right? Like adding fiber is going to make you feel full longer. And it may actually be that component that a lot of people ignore. It's really that connected. So, yes, protein is important. Having complex carbs that have that fiber and having those vegetables that have the fiber, that is important. Now, lesson 6. Eating out does not have to derail you. And a lot of people are like, oh my goodness, um, w- I cannot go out. I had clients that I literally had to set as a goal with them that they needed to go out because they were petrified of going out to eat. They felt like they were not going to be able to make the right choices. They were petrified. And yet, you need to make these changes in a way that you can sustain them. Can you really live your life without ever stepping foot on any fast food restaurant, any takeout, nothing? That's not reality, right? You need to be ready to do that. Now, there are strategies to do that. So, again, you learned all year long that you can live your life, you can still enjoy your life and to the fullest and manage your blood sugar as well. You can eat out, you can celebrate, you can travel. And it's not about restriction, it's about strategy. Add the protein, eat the carbs last, pay attention to the sauces, check the menu before you go. Ask for accommodations. Most places nowadays, with all the allergies and all the things that are happening, they are more than willing to adjust for you. So think about that. It's not about restriction, it's about strategy. And I want you to feel empowered that you can eat out, that you can celebrate, that you can travel, that you can go on vacation and not feel like, oh my goodness, all of my habits are down the drain. That's it, it's over. Okay? So it's not about restriction. It's not about guilt. It's not about shame. It's about creating balance in everything, not just your plate. Now, lesson 7, and this is going to be the last lesson that I'm going to share. Information alone isn't enough. We have tons of information. Even this podcast is probably a lot of information. This is what I saw through my coaching clients all year. Information is not the issue. You can go in ChatGPT and can spit out a bunch of stuff. Mind you, some stuff can be not accurate because you have to see where the sources are. But you can go on Google. You can go on forums. You can go on Facebook groups. And based on the moderator, some of these moderators, they actually control what makes it to the group or not. So they're controlling the information. Is it science-based? Is it reliable? Is it a fad? Right? Information is out there. And I know we all do it. I have done it. Probably you have done it. We all know a lot. We have Googled, we have listened to podcasts just like this one, we have watched videos, we have asked ChatGPT, Claude, whatever AI you use. We have done that. But you see the transformation to actually get that information and translate it into habits. That comes from guidance, from coaching, from support, from having clarity, from sifting through all the information that's out there and actually having expert guidance that's going to tell you, no, this is what's going to work for you. It's having someone that is going to come in a non-judgmental position to talk to you and listen to you and help you coach yourself. Because in the end, as a coach, I want every client to be empowered. And I know this is a word that is almost overused, but it's to regain that control that you are able to understand your body better than anybody. And you're able to discern, this strategy may not work for me, but when I do this, I feel amazing. It's doing amazing things to my health. I think this is the strategy I need to follow. Transformation comes from support, comes from clarity, comes from accountability, and having someone to walk with you. And you'll hear a little more about this as we wrap up the episode. Now, if you don't know where to start right now, and a lot of my clients come to me, they book a clarity call. They're like, Jenny, I have no clue where to start. If you are ending the year overwhelmed, maybe you had goals about, I am not going to eat this or I'm not going to do this, and you did the complete opposite, and you're feeling like you want to put yourself in the corner, put yourself in timeout because you didn't do what you plan on doing, or you feel a little lost because everybody's giving you conflicting advice, I want you to breathe. Take a couple of seconds, breathe, and start with one thing. Just one. Go and do the roulette and go on my episodes. Pick one. I always have a couple of strategies at the end of each episode. Pick one strategy. Did you know that you are not drinking enough water? Add one glass of water. Pick the simplest thing. Add one strategy. Pick one pillar, one simple action. That's all you need right now. Don't be harsh with yourself. Whatever you did last week or the week before or the month before is gone. You can't change the past, but you can change what you're going to do from now on. You're listening to my voice now. You can make a decision now. Let's talk about the good stuff. What's coming for 2026? Because 2025 was amazing. There were so many things that, as a business, as a person, so many blessings. So now let's talk about the good stuff. I am excited. There's so many things coming. I have been planning behind the scenes a lot of different things, a lot of ways of bringing support to you, bringing information that is science-based, that is not fad, that is things that you can fully embrace. And one of those things is going to be that we are going to have monthly webinars. These are going to be free. They're going to be slightly different. I am working on the details, but most likely I'm going to start doing this every single month to provide support. And it's going to cover different topics, different things. And I decided, just because some people, obviously, like, they would do my signature coaching program, which is a high ticket coaching program, and they wanted something different. And the one thing that I am going to develop is actually quarterly paid workshops. Something that they're heavily action packed, that you're going to be able to accomplish a specific thing after that workshop. Is going to be hands on. It's not going to be one of those that you just sit and listen. You're going to be taking action, and you're going to have a very specific result at the end of these workshops. Um, it has taken me some time to develop them because I really want them to have value. I want you to grab that and be able to solve a very specific problem that you may be facing, a specific challenge, and give you that solution, that you can walk out with that solution. You're not going to know the what, you're not going to know the why, but you're also going to know the how. And that's what the workshops are going to do. And I am working on my digital course. So I may actually end up landing um, a link so that you can be on the waitlist. And the moment that that course launches, you may be part of the beta program. You may be able to grab a discount, but I am definitely going to launch a digital course in 2026. And the last thing that a lot of people have been asking is group coaching. This year, I actually launched Full Plate Living, and I had a small group, and it was amazing. I am going to develop something slightly different for group coaching experiences. And again, all these things is going to be um, organized in a way that is going to add value and really address different challenges that you may have. And what is going to happen in the podcast? In 2026, we're going to dig complications, neuropathy, cholesterol, triglycerides, fatty liver, how to tailor habits to those realities. Because I know a lot of you may be pre-diabetic, but I do have an audience, and I apologize if I was not targeting the information to you, but you're out there, and thank you for reaching out. There are a lot of diabetics, and there are a lot of diabetics that are experiencing different complications. So we are going to dig deeper into all of these topics. And of course, we're going to talk about metabolism and weight loss and GLP-1s and how to support you, and cravings and the emotional eating and all of the things. Because I want to make sure that you have the tools, whether it is the podcast, whether it is a free resource, a course, or a workshop, that you have the tools to get the support that you desire. Now, if you want first tips on all of that, the webinars, the workshops, the early bird prices, the surprises, right? Like the sneak peeks, the beta pricing or programs. The very best place to start is my email list. That's where everything drops first. My email list is the one that gets all the information before anybody else. So when you join my email list, you get to choose, right? I have 3 different resources, and I'm going to put the links in the description note. But you decide which one of the 3 resources you need the most. And here is how I'm going to spell it out. The Prediabetes Roadmap Guide is perfect if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you have just been diagnosed with prediabetes, if you have had diabetes and you feel like nothing is moving the needle. That is the guide for you. Where do you get it? Subscribepage.io/starter guide. I will put the link in the description. Now, my second resource is called Dinner Solved. Not many people know about it. I actually don't mention it as much. It has 5 easy dinners, a grocery list, dessert options, snack options, simple weeknight dinners that are family friendly, that if you or your partner have diabetes or prediabetes and you're struggling and you don't want to have to cook 2 different things, this is a great place to start. And it has options and modifications for the kids, things that you can do. So this is perfect if you have a family, if you have growing kids, and you need some ideas. This is definitely a great place to start. And um, the link to get it is subscribepage.io/dinner solved. Okay. Now, the third option that you have is my blood sugar balancing snacks list. I actually redid it, I optimized it, and it's perfect if you are dealing with cravings, afternoon crashes, and even for GLP-1 users, and you feel that you need guidance on how to get these snacks that are blood sugar balancing, that is not going to actually feed that spike of blood sugar or that dip in the blood sugar, but they're going to keep you steadily fueled. And you can get that at subscribepage.io/snacks. Now, pick the one that fits you best, and let me know what you think. Let me know how it's making your life a bit easier. I love to read your comments. I love to read your emails. Now, before I close, I want to say this. Information is great. Podcasts like this one are great. And I love giving you all the tools and the strategies. But lasting change, the kind that your A1C comes down, your cravings settle, you feel more energy, you stop feeling ashamed of your habits, that comes with support. It comes from being in a community where you're not alone. It comes from accountability. It comes from someone helping you build those habits that you can actually see yourself doing long term. And that is the secret sauce. It's not perfection, it's not restriction, it's sustainable habits. And that's what I want to help you build in 2026. So thank you, truly. Whether you listen to one episode or all 54, I believe this is 55. Thank you. Thank you so much for all your support. This podcast, again, was my 2025 baby. And you have supported this baby. The baby's going to turn 1 year old on January 2nd. And it means the world to me. I cannot wait to bring you even more clarity, more encouragement, and more support in 2026. All right? Let's roll into a brand new year together. Have an amazing rest of 2025. And remember that many great things will happen. I'm not going to say that may happen, but will happen in 2026. Happy New Year.